What is going on, YouTube? PPS here, YouTube play of the day. We got two spots. Dinger Tuesday. It is the 9th of July. We got plus money spot. We got a spot that I think a little bit mispriced today. And we're coming off of a 1-1 show. Perks of rolling with the juice. Or not the juice. Perks of rolling with the plus money spots really saved us there. We ended up playing Tarek Skubal for plus 130, under 1.5 earned runs. 13 strikeouts. Looked amazing. Absolutely lights out. Twins ended up having 4 no runs in the last 2 innings. Just, very unfortunate 2-2 game. And game went over. Just didn't want to score in those 4th and 5th innings. So we ended up losing that one. So moves us to 45-33, 8.76 units. And looking forward to today. So I'll be heading over to DraftKings today for our 2 spots. First one is going to be the Rangers team total over 4.5. That was minus 120. Now it's minus 125. Colin Rea parlayed with Trevor Rogers there. So mind you guys, I worked this morning till about 30 minutes ago. I didn't line shop, but these were 2 plays I already had circled that I went through, and I like these. These are probably the top 2 plays right now. So you guys can line shop, wait throughout the day. Obviously, lineups aren't posted, but I won't be able to make this later on in the day. So just a heads up to you guys if you do want to go and dig around there. First play, we're going to go with Trevor Rogers, no win. Colin Rea, under 2.5 earned runs. Colin Rea is obviously doing most of the heavy lifting. Rogers, no win, is minus like 400. He's facing the Astros in Houston, and he's a lefty. Tough spot. Obviously, I know Tucker, maybe not Alvarez in tonight, but Pena, Altuve, Bregman. I'm going to take that one. Ronel Blanco on the mound for the Astros. I really like that spot. And obviously, bullpen favors Houston. I really like the spot for the Astros. First game of the set. And then going to Colin Rea. Colin Rea has actually been much better than advertised, man. Obviously, as a Brewers fan, didn't know what to expect from him, but not a heavy, velo guy. But he does do very well at home. 3.96 xFIP, 217 batting average on balls in play. Obviously, expect that to go up a little bit, but just doesn't walk anybody. 5% walk rate at home versus 9 on the road. Strikeout rates 21% at home versus 12 on the road. Obviously, going to be a lot of lefties in this lineup, but he's got a 4.49 xFIP. He's been getting a little bit unlucky versus lefties. And I think this is a decent spot. You got the Pirates here. I'm not a huge pitcher versus batter guy. That's not really what I do. That's not, in my opinion, the best thing to use. When you go throughout, obviously, sometimes when you're on, and you're on these types of runs where you face guys when you're throwing well. But going there, 250 batting average against these guys and 64 total at-bats. Grandal has 8 of them. McCutchen has 8 of them. Reynolds has been really good against them, but for the most part, a lot of outs, not much power outside of Brian Reynolds. So, I really like Colin Rea here, especially at home. First game of that home stand here. Should be a fun one coming off that long road trip. So I don't want to bet the Brewers, but I do think Colin Rea comes back home and deals a little bit here. So really like the spot for the Brewers and for Colin Rea facing off against this Pirates team. Second play is going to be I'll play it at 120. It's what I have it at. Minus 125 is fine, but Rangers team total over 4.5. One of the hottest teams in baseball over the last 15 days. They have the 4th highest OPS at 798. If you want to go into an even smaller sample size, like the last week is going to feature 6 games. They have an 803 OPS, 308 batting average. This Ranger team is finally turning it up a little bit. We're seeing Wyatt Langford get out of that slump. You see it with a lot of these rookies who start out really well, kind of struggle for a little bit. Pitchers start to figure them out, and then they turn it back up again, and we just see Wyatt Langford back-to-back games, hitting bombs. We got Seager playing MVP-type baseball. Just got to stay healthy. Marcus Semien playing a little bit as well. Nate Lowe, Jonah Heim. I think this is a good spot for the Rangers facing off against Roansy Contreras. Roansy Contreras obviously been okay, But 1.46 whip is not going to get it done. He just gave up 3 runs to the A's in Oakland and 50 pitches. Angels bullpen has not been very good. We haven't seen Roansy go deeper than 3 innings. And if he goes through 3 innings, I'm perfectly content rolling with this team against the bullpen of the Los Angeles Angels. Looking at the Angels bullpen numbers, they were much worse earlier in the season. I will give them that. They have been playing a little bit better and have thrown a little bit better, but still third worst ERA, 4.68. You see a whip at 1.3. The Rockies, obviously, the worse than them in Toronto. That's it. Those are the 2 worst. LA's worse than the White Sox. Like that's crazy. I don't want to have to mess with that. You got LA, nice hitting park. A lot of home runs go out there. I know like park factor, it's like a top 5 home run park. So I do think this is a good spot for the Angels. I am fine fading Mr. Roansy Contreras. That does not bother me one bit. And obviously you get power from both sides of the plate here against Roansy, who we've seen so far this year have a 5.07 xFIP to lefties, 4.9 to righties. Been a little bit better at home, but still giving up a lot of pop. And he just walks too many dudes. 13% or 12% walk rate to righties, 11 to lefties. I think we get him out early and we get to mess around with that bullpen a little bit with the Rangers here. So really nice spot for both. And really do like fading him today in this spot. If you want to go to long shot, I don't really play home runs anymore. In my opinion, just didn't really have much luck with it. You can go into numbers all you want, but for you to actually get home runs, I'd rather take RBIs first off. Second off, I've been doing these daily specials and feel like that's the best way for me to go. But I really like the 2 options here. My 2 things that I do want to play is the highest scoring teams today. I think those are going to be my 2 that I want to go to. And I'm going to go with, I know it's chalky. It's the Boston Red Sox. I'm going to go with them today. And I'm also going to roll with Texas. I just talked about them a little bit. Both of these teams are 2 of the top 3 in terms of numbers. Still a nice price. If I'm going to do long shots here, 1,400 is a great price there, in my opinion. Then you got Boston here in this spot. They're at home against Joey Estes. Joey Estes coming off of probably the best start of his career. 9-inning performance, complete game win. Now you get to go to Boston. That's a tough spot. Hot in the U.S. right now, especially on the East Coast. Sign me up for that. And obviously, I just talked about Texas getting a lot of that bullpen. So sign me up, baby. I think I'm in for both. There's no Coors Field game, so that's not juiced up there either. But I think both of these spots, I'm going to play half a unit on both. And hopefully we get a 7-unit win in Texas, and maybe these 2 tie, and we end up getting 11. So should be fun. So have a good one, guys. Best of luck today. Rolling it back there. Rangers team total for 4.5, and then Rogers no win. Colin Ray out under 2.5. Earned runs at plus 101. So thank you, guys. Best of luck tonight, and hit that like button on your way out. We'll see you tomorrow.